freeze those $12 billion that we have in frozen assets. We're not going to open up the strait until they comply.
You know, General, to that point, you can clearly see that the president is being quite strategic in his messaging. And this is a man who is known for letting people know how he feels. We just found out that there is a new Iranian murder for hire plot where they are effectively crowdsourcing efforts to try to kill the president. And yet you don't see the president lashing out. You still see him continuing to press that there can be a deal reached with Iran. It seems to me that perhaps there's a bit of a two-step here. You have the president holding out hope for peace. You also have the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, talking explicitly about the fact that we might be looking at a Reagan-esque kind of tanker war scenario if they decide they want to play Checkpoint Charlie in the Strait of Hormuz and try to charge people for moving through that area. How do you see all of this unfolding with all the new pieces that seem to be moving here by the day?
Well, first of all, I'm glad to see that the president has said, I've got patience. It's clear that he wants a good deal. The Obama deal was signed because they wanted any deal. They were in greater rush to get a deal than a good deal. Look, I've been dealing with the Iranians for going on 20 years now. They rely on patience. They rely on the fact that the United States is not patient. They're trying to play their game, believing that we're playing a short game. The president must stick to his guns. He must stick to the basic American policy, which has been the policy of every president since we discovered the illegal Iranian nuclear program, which is the focus that Iran can have no nuclear weapons, can have no ballistic missiles that are fired beyond a certain range, and they could not have a proxy system that destabilizes the government. Allowing the Iranians to divert this focus by taking over the Strait of Hormuz, you've got to give a tip of the hat to